All right, this is You Don't Know How It Feels by Tom Petty. We're going to have a certain rhythm here. We're going to have E to A chords, E major and A major. So it's like 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, that gets you through the verse, and then we're gonna have okay, so that's our basic vibe. So we have E, 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 and A, 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 E, 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 and A, A, A. Now when it gets to that chorus, get to the B, and then E to A, another joint, and E to B, down the road, E to A, down, down, and then E, D, A, E, D, A, hold that A, and then go A sus, that's a sus 2, that's 2, 2, open, open, and then you're back to, sometimes it goes E, D, A, and sometimes it goes, like in the beginning, I think it goes right back to that verse, so you'd be like, have that chorus set, E to B, let's get to the point, E to A, E to B again, E to A, and then we got our E, D, A, E to D to A, then we got that sus. Okay, then there's gonna be a cool riff here. So we have big 2, we're going to take this ring finger, slide from 4 to 6, and then 4 here, 7 and 6. And then the same thing with a different ending, 6 to 7 on the big one. First one again. Okay, so let's try that nice and slow. I'll play it real slow and then we'll try it in time. And again. Okay, and then up to speed it'd be like 2, 3, and back to the verse type thing. Chang, 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 E, 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 A, 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 and E. See how there's like that one last one on the upbeat. Okay, let's go to the next chords. We got E to B. You could do B7 sometimes if you want on this. E to A, E to B7, E to A, and then we got our E, D, A. And later in this song, you start doing this 3 times. Got that sus, 2-2, open, open. So let's take a look at our E blues scale. So we kind of have E to A as our main thing. So that kind of puts us in key of E here for like a jam on this. So look at our E minor pentatonic scale. Think about using some of those notes. You could do a little jam on the. See what I mean? Do a little blues stuff there. So these different notes I'm doing, I got like the pentatonic scale. I could also get into the major. See, that's kind of how he got his riff there. That's coming from the major pentatonic. You got lots of different scales you could use, blues scales. You got the minor one. That was the major one. Here's the minor one. You can see how darker it sounds. Now you can combine these, put a little 3 with the 4. That's that same thing in the lower octave. Okay, so let's have a little jam on that. I'm going to play the E to A chords. You guys do a little blues jamming. 3 and 4 and. Alright, let's do our chorus where we're going to the E to B. Get to the part, and let's roll to the A. Then we got our E, D, A. Hold that A. E, D, A again. 3 times. Sus. Alright, the great Tom Petty. You don't know how it feels. Thanks a lot for watching. There will be a tab with this, like always, and appreciate you. Thanks for liking and subscribing if you haven't already, and we'll talk to you soon.